Happy Saturday, and welcome to TED Talks with Joel. Today, we're doing a short instructional lesson on how to use the TED Talk website to better assist first-year writing students in finding good resources. So, the website for TED is just TED.com. Very simple, easy to remember. When you first get to the TED website, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sign up for an account. And you're going to do that through the login. If you come down here, go to Don't Have an Account Yet, sign up. There are two primary ways to sign up for a TED Talks account. Through your Facebook page, or just by putting your name and email address, which is what I prefer to do. When you sign up for a TED account, I suggest you sign up for your daily TED Talk email and also your weekly digest email so that you can stay current and up to date with what TED is coming out with and for better ideas to use in your papers. So I'm going to go ahead and get logged in to my account. And we are now ready to roll. The perks of having your own account with TED is that you can come back to the videos. So say I want to go to 4 reasons to learn a new language. If you look over here, you have some options. You have a watch later, which will save your TED Talk, or you can put it on your favorites. If you really enjoy the TED Talk, you want to come back to it, it's something that you really admire. You also have a download, just in case you want to download it for off-internet viewing. And you also have a rating system. TED rates their videos very emotionally. And it's a great way for other people to find videos. Fascinating, confusing, maybe even long-winded. You can choose up to 3. And so other people like you who are searching for videos can narrow down their options to make it more individualized, more personalized for what they need. Okay. So now that you have your account, you are ready to search. Searching TED can be kind of difficult to begin with, and mainly because of how the front page is organized. You are presented with video after video, and it can get kind of cumbersome, especially when you're trying to find a specific topic, and TED is all about the topics. So the way we are going to narrow down our search is by coming over here to the Watch tab, and under Watch you have TED Talks. Browse the library of TED Talks and speakers. This takes us to every single TED Talk there is, but it also takes us to the advanced search toolbar here, which is what we want. We're going to start out by narrowing down our topic. And for all intensive purposes, today we are writing a paper on poetry. Unfortunately, poetry does not show up under the popular topic, so we have to go to see all topics. I'm going to go under the OQ, and we are going to go to poetry. All right, so we are shown every single TED Talk that is about poetry, references poetry, or maybe even is poetry. There are TED Talks that are slam poems, that are regular poems, that act as primary sources. We can narrow down our language. TED is very committed to translating and transcripting all of their TED Talks to make it more universal and more accessible. And then we can also narrow it down by duration. I feel like this closes off most people. Some great ideas that are worth using in your paper come from the 0 to 6 minute videos. So I would suggest not touching that one. And then we also have our sort by, and we have our emotional descriptors. But we also have our usual newest to oldest, oldest to newest, most viewed. And so we're going to go to the most viewed and look at our top hit. Elizabeth Gilbert, author of Eat, Pray, Love, gave a TED Talk, Your Elusive Creative Genius. And if we look, there are 11 million views. And it has been most rated under inspiring and beautiful. Okay, so now that we have the advanced toolbar search down, we can talk about searching through playlists. The playlists compiled through TED are multiple different videos that have a similar theme that either the folks from TED or other individuals, other users, have put together for every other user's pleasure. And the playlists can sometimes even get more specific than the specific advanced search criteria. So if we come back up here, we're presented with another search bar to look for our playlists. So if we come right here, we're going to stick to our poetry theme. Poetry for the win. And alas, we are only given one playlist on poetry, spoken word fireworks. But if we look, there are 9 talks, and it accumulates to 2 hours worth of videos. So if we come up here, we can look at what the specific talks are. If I should have a daughter, to this day for the bullied and beautiful, the 4 a.m. mystery. All of these TED Talks could be potential resources for our essays, so it's good to go, to look at them, to listen to them, which takes us to analyzing. So, I have a specific TED Talk that we are going to look at that is a good example of what all a TED Talk can do for you. So, technology hasn't changed love. Here's why. This is a much newer TED Talk, June 2016, and it presents its readers with love versus technology. Whenever we go into a TED Talk page for the first time, we want to look at a few things. We want to look at the author's bio. Are they an expert within their field? Do they know what they're talking about? We want to look at the related talks to see if it can lead us down a path of research and development of ideas. Is there anything we can learn? Any other books we can go to? But what really is most important is, first and foremost, the interactive transcript, so that you can quote the author verbatim. No summary, no paraphrase, no trying to guess. You can go and you can pull it verbatim. Although summary and paraphrase is good in some cases, it might be worth your while to go through and read the interactive transcript so that you can use the language of the author. And in the case of Helen Fisher's TED Talk specifically, we're given 2 more very important links: the speaker's footnotes and the speaker's reading list. So if we go and we look at the speaker's footnotes, we find that she has quoted from other resources, other authors, thus making this a secondary source. Many TED Talks are primary sources. They're having to do with the author's specific experiences and nothing else. But there are also many TED Talks that can be placed into the secondary source category. Some are even secondary scholarly, but please refer to your professor before you cite it as such. And the last tab that is extremely important for you as a first-year writing student is the speaker's reading list. Again, this can take you down the road of research. Go turn to these other materials that Helen Fisher has recommended for you on this topic. It can be useful within your research. These could be other successful primary and secondary sources that can help you in completing a successful paper.